Well, when it debuted a decade ago, Planet Earth transformed really how we saw the natural world. It was the first natural history series filmed in high def. Now, though, a new perspective with Planet Earth 2, and I've got the executive director with us this morning, Dr. Mike Gunton. Good morning, Doctor. How are you?
Good morning. Very well, thank you.
Yeah,
Glad to be here.
This is nothing short of fascinating. I remember when the first one came out, I was just glued to the TV watching this, and I read that crews have spent the last 3 years really traveling the world. Where have they gone exactly?
Well, on a series like this, to the four corners of the planet. You know, one of the things that is the signature, I suppose, of Planet Earth 1 and certainly of Planet Earth 2, is to show you and take you to places that you've never been before and show you the animals that live there. So you kind of name it, we've pretty much been there.
Yeah, what's so fascinating about this, I'm in TV, I kind of understand, I don't know, I can understand what it takes to get some of these shots. But even I am watching some of the clips from Planet Earth 2, I'm like, how did they get that shot? In terms of perspective, what's new in this series that you didn't do in the original Planet Earth?
Well, I think you've used exactly the right word. It is all about perspective. Because the original Planet Earth had that amazing and new perspective of looking down on the planet and seeing the kind of bigger context of the life with all these habitats and places on the planet. And what we've done is say, well, what would it look like if we could actually take the perspective and go down into the world of the animals and see it from their perspective? Mm-hmm. We're still going to these remarkable, extraordinary, unvisited places to see amazing animals. But once we're there, as well as seeing the beauty of their lives, we're also seeing incredible drama. And you get that by being in their world, down in their world. And the cameras sometimes are literally on the shoulders of the animals. There's an extraordinary sequence with snakes and iguanas, where these snakes chase this little baby iguana. And the way the camera operates, it's almost like being in a car chase. It's like being in an Indiana Jones movie. So there's a real intensity, and the audiences seem to be very much connecting with those creatures because they can almost empathize with the challenges that they're facing.
I saw part of that iguana scene, behind the scenes clip that I saw. I think it was, I don't know, YouTube or something like that, but it's really fascinating how he got that shot. I don't know how long he had to sit there and wait for that shot, but he followed this iguana, right, as these snakes kind of came out of nowhere and they attacked as a crew.
Yeah. Well, actually, what was extraordinary about that was the two cameras. We were able to shoot that because we had two cameras, we could get both perspectives. You could get the perspective of the snakes, these sort of sinister snakes waiting in ambush, and then the poor little iguanas he's having to chase. And that we actually film about 4 different chases because lots of little babies come out, some get caught. But the final chase, as I say, is one of those things that you almost watch between your fingers because people are cheering and shouting at the camera, "Run, run!" You know, it's so engaged, it's so kind of you can't watch it without getting completely caught up in it and rooting for a little baby iguana, which I think is, you know, rooting for a lizard or a reptile is quite an unusual thing to do.
Yeah, Doctor, I'm rooting for this lizard right now. I hate snakes. I'm terrified of snakes. I'm telling this guy to run, man, run, as I'm watching this thing. But it's fascinating. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You and millions of other people. I mean, it is. You almost can't watch it without shouting at the television screen, which is quite an interesting experience.
I know. I did see another clip though, and I think this really speaks to what you guys are doing with going into cities, and you're exploring how cities are habitats for these animals. How? I saw this clip with these, there are monkeys jumping over buildings or something like that, which was a fascinating shot, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I think you can't really make a series like Planet Earth today without acknowledging the fact that there's other elements to the planet rather than just the pure wilderness. And cities are now a huge environment. And actually they have a kind of a little ecosystem of their own. And we thought we should really address that and make a show, one of the episodes, in cities. Yeah. But shoot it as if we were shooting it in the same way as we shoot a jungle or mountains. And some of the creatures that live in those cities, they're not many, but some can really do well. For example, in the UK, in New York here, peregrines do phenomenally well. They're most successful in the world. There's, as you say, there's extraordinary langurs in India that do that kind of parkour, leaping around all of the buildings. And because they're kind of used to humans, we can get our cameras even closer than any of the other episodes. So it is quite an extraordinary experience, seeing these creatures that rubbing shoulders with us, living these amazing lives.
Yeah, it is incredible video, and I know what I'm doing Saturday night because that's when Planet Earth 2 premieres on BBC America, again, Saturday night at 8 p.m. Mike, thanks for your time and congratulations. What appears to be just an incredible documentary of filming our natural Earth.
Well, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy it.
Absolutely. Mary, over to you.